Well, hello everyone and welcome back on into Farthest Frontier. I hope you're all well. Having a great day, all that jazz. Just look at this place. I love I do it more than I care to admit, just sit watching in times. It's really, really nice. The detail on the housing and stuff is just always so gorgeous, isn't it? And I can't wait till they add even more life to the stuff as the game goes on. But anyway, here we are. Thank you so much for joining me. 13 years in at 212 population. I have now prioritized this excavation site and set 5 people dedicated to that, so we can start making use of our actual temple that we've got built. And I think today we're going to buffer out this zone with a few houses. So I'm going to start straight away with where we're going to go. So I think majority of food related is going to be over here. So what I'll do is actually start out here, and that will reach, not quite yet, but it will do once it's upgraded, and we'll get the upgrade pretty quickly on that one as well. So we'll start just getting the houses in nearby really, and then leaving a little gap as we go for the decorations. I don't really have the gold to be messing about with it too much, but that's okay. I am going to speed it up and we're going to fly through as well. So all of our walls just finishing off on the barracks as well, so I'm very happy with that. And as I say, I'm not sure at what point we're going to wall in. I haven't quite decided, but one thing I do know is I am going to get tower up on here. So I'm basically going to protect my resources this way, and I'm pretty sure by the time, I'm hoping they can get up there, by the time they come towards that, they will take a big beating, and we can eventually flatten and wall it. I just want to set visibility to stop the spawning over here as much. We want to basically try and force the spawns this side constantly. It means we can prioritize where we put our defenses and stuff, but that should be okay. Traders did arrive. There's nothing I really want from them, so I'm just going to leave her at the moment, and we're just keeping a close eye on our resources at the moment. Still just waiting for a bit more stone to come in. But most things look okay. We've now flipped to the crossbows, as I say. Nice amount of arrows stocking up as well. Shoes, clothes, and hide coats are looking good. Firewood dipping a tiny bit, but still not okay with... I'm okay with that. 14 migrants as well, so we are going to get those guys in. That takes us almost to cap. So we got those houses in just in time. And as you can see, our cheese is now in. So we can start to kind of set production limits on things. Cheese is not something I ever do that with because the milk spoils so fast, you know. I'm thinking about doing quotas for the iron though. Just 300. There's no problems with that. And I'm going to quota up the shields for 15 as well, so they kind of stop. I should probably do the same with the swords at some point. We don't really ever need that many, and we're going to go on to the heavies, so they won't be making that. If we just come into our workshops as well, just to make sure we're okay. We're smelting iron. What that does mean is we can assign more people over now. So we can just make sure they get the smelting done with the iron ore that we have, and then they should stop once we hit our number. And it does mean I can bump up the brick numbers as well, so we can go back up to where we were. And then the blacksmith forge is coming in. Very excited to get that one finished as well. Look at that, there's our first yield. Carrots almost maxed by the time we hit that. We would have if we went into sand, so I'm quite happy with this now. We managed to get everything down, as you can see, so we can now get rid of those. And then we want to decide what we're kind of doing with that. I think it's good just to keep potentially one of those maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't decided what I want to put in here yet. I think for the time being we can maybe just put wheat. I'm hoping fertility we can keep going with our fertilizer thingies, with our compost yards. So this one, we're actually going to need another one. I'm going to go ahead and get our second one next to this as well, so we're covered. I was thinking about maybe changing this road. We could fit another farm in this way. But I think this is a good start. Expanding this one is always a good choice, and that's going to give us a good amount. So now we're going to start getting food from them. We should see these numbers go up even more. Before long, just gold and stone, we'll be able to start upgrading lookout towers and things. So very, very good. And let's just check in on the weaver shop. Oh, hello. Food spoils 25% slower. So we've managed to excavate that site. And the relic we got is the Eternal Ice of Amatok. So straight away then, we will go ahead and assign that one. So that's going to help with our spoilage then. Crops lost due to rot. Let's check in on that as well. Okay, we get... probably don't need you at all. What about the buckwheat here is okay and heat, isn't it? Probably move all these along and squeeze in the turnips again over there. I think that's good. And it looks like these houses are already started to upgrade. So I am going to go ahead and upgrade this marketplace straight away so it's ready. Just so we have all those resources kind of done. And that does mean I can continue having our houses kind of this way as well, which is great. So what we'll do is leave a gap like before, like that. And that should cover. There we go. Perfect. Covers right in there. Look. So yeah, this one's going to be a much better zone for it. And what I'll do is make sure the trees are still good. So we're plenty there going, which is fine. And as I say, I want to buy in that sand when it comes as well. And I'm just going to keep topping these up when we can. But as you can see, our archer squads now have crossbows. So I'm going to continue recruiting up just a smaller amount. We're really good, actually. Really, really good. Due those raiders coming a little bit more frequently now. So we just need to factor that in. We also want to go ahead and get this relic site done. So let's go ahead and prioritize that with maybe 4. They can bring in the raiders as well. So you've got to be careful. And then maybe grab this. It might be worth hitting that one up with the 2 as prioritized. So we always have 2 on it as well. And look at that. Without that food spoilage and the extra veg coming in from there, we are looking fantastic on food once again. I do want to get over the 10 months, so that'd be really nice. Like, really good. So we do want to factor that in. I'm just looking at where or when the crossbows are starting to come in. Not sure if they have to be the second tier on those ones to get that one done, but we definitely want this last bit of wall sorted. This one looks like, yeah, so just 2 pieces on each done whilst we get through this winter period then. As you can see, these houses in the middle are already on 72% desirability. They're almost there. I think you have to be max for the tier 5, not something we've done yet, but I am going to slowly start to upgrade some of these gardens in here, and I want to get some of these paths ready once the stone comes in. Could do with potentially prioritizing some of these. If I just press H so I can see, we are working on these smaller rocks over here, which is good. I am going to make sure all of those are done. We could do with a mining pit for stone at some point, would be really good. And coal definitely needs more people, and we are using more than we can keep up with, so let's get that going as well. So maxed out. We can get another one over there if we need be, but that should last, hopefully, anyway. Just spending a few of these bricks on random upgrades when we can as well. How much money have we got in our marketplace? I'll leave that in there then. And just see how the cows are doing as well. Got 1 resting, so an okay amount. Once this hits 10, it's much better because we then get the leather and meat from that. Meat from this is always good, so checking in. Smoked meat is good. We could probably up our fish amount. That might be something we need to do. But again, I don't need to be too concerned yet. We're running off literally 2 fisher yards, and it's given us enough smoky smokes for those as well. I might just get 1 more in. They are pretty good. And I might just make use of this little area over here, because we're not going to use anything else in this little section, so just in there. I think that is a good little fit. That is a... Look at that. Double infinite. It's a shame you don't get much for it being a double next to each other, but that's going to be the clay zone as well. I'm not, like I say, I'm not going to use this one over here. I think I can get away with building on top of that. Yeah. Just doesn't make any sense to use it, because the deep ones give bad desirability, I believe, so... Not sure whether we want to get more in this market square. I think we can get away with just 3 in this one, completely. And then I'm going to up my plank usage and set up a wood farm area. I know I'm planning a lot of stuff, but I definitely want to get in furniture. Furniture brings in a good monthly income from the marketplaces, so definitely worth doing. Right, traders coming in. You'll see some of these gardens are slowly upgrading now, which is really nice. And we've got our urns in that we put in last episode as well, which is part of the reason why desirability is pretty good. These are already good without any decorations as well, so already tier 2, which is really, really nice. Right, let's see if this trader has anything for us to kind of buy. That would be fantastic. What do they have? Flax crops? No, we're not going to worry about that. They are not buying anything that we are selling, which is frustrating. All right, if they had some coal, I'd buy some in as well. It's typically what I like to do, just buffer the things as they're coming in. But it looks like clay is running nicely, which is good. That's the main thing, and that just means our bricks can keep going. Now, we've got a bit of stone in, so I'm going to go ahead and get some more of these upgraded, mainly through town centre. Now I'm just going to have a quick check in with our tower now as well that we did build. So that is in place. So look at that. We have visibility now all the way out. So basically that will stop anything being able to spawn right here. There is so much iron over here. It's great. As I say, I think we're not going to need any more than that. Up on here would be even better. You can basically make it so they can't reach you. And there's only one way in if you terrain it that way. So here, for example, I think they can get up here towards the tower. But it does take some doing. So we'll probably just leave that one in there. We can go to 2 for the same amount of attacks, but this one bowman should be able to do quite a bit of damage in here anyway for now. And how's the excavation doing? 86%. Okay, let's bump this up. Let's just finish the job. I think they're going to finish it in a moment anyway, so it's pretty irrelevant, but that's fine. I'm hoping for the soldier upkeep one, and then I can just spam loads in, and we can go deal with all of these raider camps. That's the plan. Oh, 7 livestock. Does that include a cow? It did, yes. Here we go. So cows are coming in, finally. Good stuff. So we probably won't need to buy any more cows. Did just catch the next trader coming in as well, which is great. And I think resource-wise, we may need to get another or one of these storehouses upgraded. So what do they cost? 250 gold. Boom, let's get one going. And then let's see if we can make some cash from this trader number 2. All right. We'll sell those. Is only 200. What's that one? Hunter cabins yield more meat. No. A little bit unfortunate. We could sell some of the honey. If they get it in time, I probably will just sell a little bit of that. That's about it. We are going to be able to brew our own beer really, really soon. Population permitting. It's not looking too bad, to be fair. 27 labourers whilst 4 are building. Not fantastic, though. All right, what do we have? Raiders and wildlife are more deadly and aggressive. Not good. We will not be using that one. Basically, I think it just makes more cum. I guess if you wanted to level up your troops, it's a good way of doing it. I'm wondering if we can level veterancy by just leaving them in here, though. Right, let's transfer a little bit of our gold out of here. Just to finish our builds. And there's the honey. Replace it with that. Perfect. Alright, a few hundred at least. It's better than nothing. And this fishing hut, how do we want to play this? I'm going to try and get the best I can. Usually hitting a corner is the best way of doing it. Over here seems to be the best as a 13 there. That'll do. I think we might need to send a hunter's camp up this way, though, to deal with those boars. They keep harassing my my coal workers. So let's go with the one. To be fair, I might just build a new one. Never hurts to have hunter's cabins. So let's have one off the beaten track up here. Just kind of covering this area, really. I'm okay with that. There is some deer there, so if we pop it here, they'll just continually kill this one. Adds a bit of travel time, but that's okay. It'll keep these boars away from our people over here as we kind of build towards this little zone as well. All right, I'm going to start upgrading some of these hunters camps now as well. So starting with the one with the zone set over here, just to keep this nice and clear. I think that's a good idea. I'm just looking at how we kind of use this. This can't be built on. I can build in this little bit here. But, yeah, not sure yet. I might have to up the meat smokehouses anyway, so that might be where we store it. Or we pop in some farm storage as well. Could be where we put in, I don't know, beer or something. No idea. Let's have a look. Yeah, the boar's coming over. Hopefully our hunter will be dealing with you momentarily, so let's prioritize that one. And unfortunately, relic-wise, I think we're going to have to buy them in. It doesn't look like, unless we go further afield, we could start to have a look. Will we salvage the goods, though? Nothing spectacular at all. It's very early game, those salvages, I think. I'm just going to flag a few up here to see if we can find any more relic sites. We do need to be careful not to run into the raiders, though, that we see here. And crops lost to animals. We probably do need to fence this one in, then. Let's grab a hunter to go deal with that. Rovar, do you want to go and muller up some deer that are eating my crops? And I think I'm going to go ahead and expand this one to there. You can actually... No, you can't do it that way. That's fine. It looks like he dealt with it. Is there any more on it? I think we're okay. Just the one. So we did lose a few. We didn't lose loads. 72. That's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and wall this one in. We'll just fence it right in here. Just attached to these guys. Why not? And then we're going all the way up. Where's the edge? Getting the warning of a raider camp nearby. I mean, we're just out of range, I think. So we're going to have to go deal with this one really soon. Right, how are we looking? So we can kind of see what we've got going on then. It looks like mostly water. This is really pretty. Look at that. See, these would make really good fishing spots because of the amount of edges. You know what I mean? Doesn't look like there's much up here, though. So I don't know whether she's going to completely miss all this bit by the way we flagged. There's an infinite gold. Another salvage site. We want relic sites, really, though. Again, the good thing about the minimap is I can now... I don't even need to watch. It'll just all pop up based on what I've got selected, right? Could also do the same. So gold, for example. Clay I don't need right now. Oh, we've managed to uncover a sand. How good is the sand spot? Oh, it's a deep sand. And we have water over here as well. We have the opportunity to do something really silly here. And just build all the way out to the edges. And they'd have to spawn in one direction. Careful that raider camp. But yeah, we are very much... It's a very watery zone. So I think we've pretty much uncovered what we can, though. And our relics are the ones we have. So that's pretty much it. Alright, still got a little bit of stone left. I do need to connect these guys up, so it makes more sense. Let me just close that. Makes a lot more sense to have this connected in, like so. Now let's go ahead and get some more upgraded just around the place. The ones that cost next to nothing. The ones with a bit more walking distance as well. We can afford it right now, so why not? There we go. Plenty of roads then queued for upgrade, so lots of stone coming in. I'm thinking about where to get my second arborist place as well. I am going to get one more in there just to get the max yield, but I'm thinking maybe we could... It's very counterproductive. It's a tiny area, but it would be pretty cool to have a little one in there, wouldn't it? Maybe over here. Who knows? Up here looks pretty good contender. I mean, fertility-wise, not the best, but I think we could get the orchards in with the cows. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. So we shall see. There we go, though. Good amount of food. I think the spoilage you're seeing still is going to be the berries and bread at the moment. One thing I'm noticing is we're not getting many of the cabbages. So, alright, here we go. So we've got this guy set up. Let's move him over this way as far as we can. And that should then kill some of the boar for our hunter over here as well. And I'm expecting a good immigration because of the sheer amount of food we've got coming in now as well. And just so you guys can kind of see what it takes to get to tier 4 town centre, it requires large houses. We're almost there on those. It requires a theatre, 1 trading centre upgrade, 400 pop, and quite a lot of resources. So trading centre we probably should look to upgrade because we'll get 4 in then. And spices is when your money can really start to go crazy. So, right, 500 gold. Shall we get that in right now? I think so. Let's get this bad boy upgraded before the next year, and we'll set that as priority as well. Let's get 6 on that. Let's get it all transferred in. There it is. I forgot to show you the upgraded storehouse. For those of you that haven't seen it, when you get into the top tier buildings, it really starts to come into its element. I love like how everything goes wonky as well. It's really cool. Gives it that like medievally kind of feel to it, doesn't it? But it in its own unique way. I'm just having a look at what we are making now. So as we've got a cap on this, they won't go ahead and make any of those, so they'll just focus on these. We'll have more tools, maybe at a 4:1 ratio with heavy tools. Now heavy tools don't really ever need to go over, let's say 3. And then these guys, say 50 for now. Monthly change is really low at the moment, but it's enough. We needed to get that buff of heavy tools early on, so that's kind of good. Let's just check in how many people we do have. So we just need a little bit more on the labour side. We're just lacking. We need a couple, yeah, 28. So just too short, really, for what we have going on. So setting caps on things will help that a little bit. But yeah, tools make them much more efficient at doing the mining and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth doing. Clay's still looking really good. I don't want to take anyone out because it seems to be hovering around that. So monthly change minus 14. So we don't want to touch that yet. This one is the struggle at the moment. So there's a full 8 in there. We could almost do with just one more person, but we'd have to build another mine for that. What I will say is we're on 173 iron though, so that's looking really good. We do need to be careful because as we upgrade our hunters' cabins, they will start to use traps. I like to have 2. And yeah, just kind of leave them doing their thing really. Hopefully the traps get us the free food. So it makes it a little bit easier. You get a little bit extra on your meat. Right, we still have room in some of the houses, but not that much. So we want to consider potentially turning on the theatre now. I think I'm going to allow the construction. It's going to cost a little bit. There's a lot of gold that's going to have to go into that, but I want to get these buffed to the max. That'll be a lot easier. And then as hopefully these traders come in. Oh, there's the upgraded. Look at this beauty. Yeah, as the traders come in now, that takes us up to the possibility of 4 a year. Basically, allows us to just get stupid amounts of stuff sold. I'm going to start transferring a little bit of soap. I'm noticing that is slowly trickling up, so that is something we can sell. That gold ore, I'm going to just get rid. We could smelt it up, to be fair. Actually, yeah, let's just leave it. I'll turn on the gold as well there, just to get rid of it. And the merchants should start arriving, so hopefully it's something we can sell. Pottery, good. It's a good money earner. What have you got? Blacksmiths and armories. We need the other guys, really. What I'll be doing as well is buying a buffer of coal when it comes in. Soap I won't be selling to you because that is not a good rate. There it is. Coal. So it's a little bit expensive, but I'm going to go ahead and buy about 100. That's good. That gives us that buffer to keep everything running for another year quite well. And just waiting to see as our cows come in. That should take us to 5 and then hopefully 2 per year birth rate. We shall see. And a little bit of stone coming in as well. So let's look to get our next bit done. So we'll upgrade this as they come to the marketplace. Should make it a little bit quicker. And before the gold goes, let's go ahead and hire in 2 more. We can get 6 of each. Just ready. Expecting the raid, I think it is this year. I can't quite remember, but I am expecting it at some point. So hopefully I've prioritized this to get this this expanded as well, so we can have that extra on the farms. Let's have a quick look at the resources where it comes to the honey. So, produced and consumed. We are well in a good position with honey. So there's no consumption until we make the beer. Just have a look how much we are bringing in per year. It's quite a good amount. Alright, there's the livestock. So the one I was waiting for, there's 5. Still at 1 per year, so maybe 1 more then. That's fine. What's the issue over here? Just a lot of people. And this is the guy, Masuk Silver Tongue. He's the guy that has the stuff. Look at, he always has the cash. He has the spices. Don't know if spices are, I think they're tier 4, aren't they? But when they are cheap, it is good to buy them. So you got, soldier upkeep costs reduced by 30%. I need this. I need it. How much is it? 2713. We've got no gold. Oh man, what can I sell? I need to sell some stuff to him. Look at that furniture, 51 a pop as well. Don't think that's going to be enough. We should just run down our candles a minute. See if we can do anything. I could just sell that soap as well. That takes us a good amount, doesn't it? Definitely want that. That's a lot more money as we build our soldiers up, so 30% is a huge difference once you've got 2 barracks maxed out. Come on, guys. You shouldn't be taking a break. I see you. Daniil. Get the 3rd one in there. Get in here and transfer those candles. Thank you. There they are. Look, I see him behind us. There we go. Right. Let's sell. And we are going to go ahead and buy the Gildar's coins purse. Boom. So what you need to do, I believe, is just have a 2nd person in here and it allows you to put in the 2nd relic. So we will do that. And that does mean we can go ahead and carry on expanding this now as well, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more archers in. Hopefully getting those crossbows in over time for them as well. And then we should see next month the soldier upkeep. See soldier training, so not training, sorry. The doesn't show you the upkeep for it, actually. One time. Yeah, minus 54 plus 15 for the guards. So 30%, I don't know. It's an extra 10 to 15 gold a month at the moment, which will only increase over time as we expand our soldiers, right? So yeah. I think off the back of that, let's check where population is. It's not in a place where we can kind of get furniture going yet, but I know it'll bring money. All right, third merchant has come as well, so he's a pretty good one money-wise as well. Hasn't got anything for us at the moment. We could sacrifice some of our food. We have a lot of spoilage. I think we need to start pickling our veg because that spoilage is going to get out of hand here. Some heavy weapons as well. Not anything we need to worry about just yet. So nothing I want from this guy, so we will leave that as is. Just keep an eye on if anyone has sand though. And I'm going to go ahead and look at the preserve building. So as you can see, it requires glassware. Where do we want to set this up? I haven't decided where I'm going to have my next one yet. I think this is good right here. Right in there with a preservist. And then another orchard at some point. But we're going to need the glass. Oh man, I need sand. I need sand. So deep sand deposits can't come in until tier 4. I think we do just need to commit to this one. 847. It's not going to last that long. Still don't want to, you know. Right, just going to pause preservist then. As much as I want it, it's just not something we can do right now. We want to focus this theatre. And then more housing. So we're only 10 away from max. So we are going to go ahead and get more in. So I'm going to leave the gap like before. And just start throwing in a few of these. So not in that location. I'll put one there with a gap. And then you. And then we're going to want another school. The upkeep for school is nice and easy, so I'm going to pop one in there. I think I'll move it back a little bit because I'll pave that. I want to make it look nice. And fourth trader arrives. So a bit unlucky, if I'm honest. None of them are kind of buying what I'm selling. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. 1 year will come and they'll have what we need, so we won't need to worry too much. Probably best to look at one of these and maybe get rid of like something like these cabbages because not a lot we can do for them. But now I'm just thinking, what can we do that would be beneficial here? Probably another buckwheat. I'm just looking. You're doing flax. What do we have? Turnips and cabbages. We're okay. That's where the spoilage is kind of coming in. It's where the beans are quite powerful, but I'm just looking and we just have so much. I think we need to up the weavers building as well. As much as we don't have the people for it, I'm going to go ahead and just spam them in there. And we'll just take the hit a little bit on labours here. I know that we're building, but as soon as that building stops, we should be fine. And plenty of space for the guys to come in as well, housing-wise. So really, really good. But yeah, I'll probably get a second bakery as well. So just thinking bakery-wise, how much flour are we working with? There's a good amount, right? And we're getting a good amount of bread. I think we could probably get the second one in there. Just to help disperse this a little bit. They produce a lot, though. They're doing quite well on it. But it does bring us good money. As you can see, our gold numbers, it's kind of just gone crazy. I think a lot, obviously, some of it's down to the soldier upkeep, but manufacturing of 100 as well. Like, what? I think we're yielding a good amount of leather as well. I'm not sure whether we change it up, the hide coats, and slowly inch the amount we make up a little bit. Because we could always sell off the excess. I just check in on the soldiers, see how many I've got crossbows. Yep, they're slowly getting them in, which is good. I kind of want them in our towers as well. I definitely want to get these upgraded too. There's more like the amount I expected. Yeah, I have no idea what that manufacturing thing is. Like a subsidized amount for doing well, you know. Theatre is almost there, though. I fully expect then some of these to then get the upgrade. We do need to try and work on these guys a little bit. So these two are going to really help with the park and upgraded. Same goes for these guys as they kind of do get upgraded. But again, it's gold. All of these upgrading will buff all of these down here as well. And we do need an immigration rather than these births here. We're doing okay on seniors and a good amount of children. So it's a couple of years and they will be growing up and we will be in good standing. But until that time, I'm not quite sure. I did just see some crops lost due to rot. Just chilling for a minute. It's obscure and it's beautiful. Let's check in. Right, flax rust, I'm assuming. Yep, okay. We got 2 years before that's gone anyway, so we should be fine. Onto the peas and beans. They last really long. and raise fertility, so happy there. Check in on the second composter. At the moment, we're doing all right. We seem to be pretty good here, so... Okay, it's a healthy amount of stone coming in as well. We definitely want to buff that even more, though. So I've got stone selected. I'm just going to do the usual drag to grab any small amounts that we can see. Up here is okay. I think this is probably the best way to get... Yeah, look at that. That's more like it. I reckon we could have quite a lot down here as well. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Come and mine all of that, guys. Always have some selected, so they just do it when they can. But yeah, I think I've decided that we're going to have a housing area down here as well. So marketplace will be somewhere about here. Housing. Then a nice little zone of decoration and niceties over here with a bit of a park zone, I think, looking over at the island. If we could build bridges, that would be insane. But we can't, so... It does give us a visibility over here if the raiders try and come over at least. And there we go, look at that. It is done, guys. The Theatre of Dreams. Yes. No one going to it just yet. Don't laugh. So I'm just going to bring a little bit of a road coming to it because it looks a bit silly. And you see this bit around the theatre, I won't be building houses close by. So this is going to be where I do a bit of a central focal point. I may even do a smaller housing area here just to make it look pretty nice in the middle. Might be where I move the temple eventually as well, but I'm thinking library. I'm thinking library nearby and like a bit of an iron gated area. We shall see. What does this one cost? 500 gold only. Okay. Let's check desirability with that theatre in. These are not quite going to hit tier 3 until we put a bit more work into them. So library, guild hall and crypt are all tier 4. We definitely can't do anything with that yet. Shall we look into the book stuff? So paper mill, we have a lot of flax, so it would make sense to kind of grab them in. But the books, they are something that can be sold as well, so they are worth doing. Desirability is terrible for paper mill though, so it's kind of tricky to get right if I'm honest. Over here though, kind of makes sense. Let's go in there. And then we'll get the book binder that doesn't have bad desirability. We want this close enough to our storage area, so I'll probably just keep it probably in the same area, to be honest. It's the only problem with doing the obscure roads. You can't quite build as efficiently. Well, you can't build efficiently at all because of it. But yeah, there. That's good. Let's get that in. We rinse through all our clay stores, building this theatre as well. I'm thinking about chucking in an urn or two down the bottom here. Just makes sense. Let's get that in. And then flagpole, festive pole, once we get that one upgraded, will look nice in there as well, down by the river. I'll try and path as much as I can over here. You know how I like to play. Eventually, if you haven't seen my previous ones, I do try and decorate really nicely. It just takes a while to get to that point, you know, because of the way you lay it out and stuff. Labour is a little low, but that's okay. House is being upgraded now because of the theatre as well, so it's going to be pretty costly, but we'll let it do its thing. And here we are, just coming out of the winter area. As I always say, my favourite time. You see these just being built in the background. Really, really nice. They're coming in nicely there. So yeah, we are officially now going into the 16th year, as you can see. Let's check in as well. Hopefully we will get those cows. That'll take us to 6. Again, every year it's going to be slightly more cheese, right? So that's the way I see it. Don't need more than the 2 people in here yet. Their travel time's nice and good as well, so probably makes sense to get this going up here. If you're wondering, they do move quicker on the roads, especially when they go to stone. So all we need is someone buying either these or these, and we'll be laughing. I'm just going to bump that up massively. Actually, we have a lot of flax, and we should be good. Baskets are being topped up. You are probably just a small amount. Not much else we do need to trade with at the moment, so that's fine. Bit lacking on the immigration at the moment. Let's have a look. As you can see, we're going to have weed problems due to the expansion. So we'll go ahead and get that sorted. We're getting a really rough amount of wheat for that. Not that we need it, to be fair. But after that year, hopefully we should be good. We'll be back in the money, I think. All right, here we go. Unfortunately, it's one of the poorer traders that's come in. But they are buying what we're selling. And if I'm honest, we can get a better rate for these more often than not from the richer guys. And they do like to buy them more often. The baskets sell sometimes less. I'm going to sell as many as I can to this one. 140 of them. That's perfect. So we'll get a little bit out so we can get some of our building done. Just seen a fire break out below us, but that's okay. And he's got nothing left for us. So don't think there's anything we kind of need. We could grab another cow to get this going a little bit quicker. I'll save the money. Not necessary. Could buy in a bit of stone as well, but there we go. I think we just hit our 6th. So not sure if having the extra is going to do anything yet. Doesn't look like it. That should go up to 2 per year really soon. But yeah, with that gold, we're allowed to get our upgrades in. Let's just check over storage and stuff first. It's probably where we want to go. I think planks, the efficiency of the planks get done pretty quickly. So I'm going to prioritize that one. And then maybe the hunters afterwards. Firewood's still looking okay. But once we've got population, I really want to get into the furniture. And I'm just going to wait for this other trader. I'm in an hour and about getting a lookout tower upgraded as well. I think we'll see how we fare in the next raid before we do any further upgrades and waste our resources that way. All right, let's check trade number 2. Look at that. It's typical, isn't it? And now they're buying the baskets for a higher rate, but we don't have any gold left, and that'll pretty much take most of that gold. So take that as well. Looking good. And I thought they were selling sand then. I got a little bit excited. I won't lie to you. But no, I was wrong. Might just be time to get that Cooper in as well. I don't know. Just looking over a few things here. Right. I'm going to get the stable in. And I think the stable, we may as well go ahead and get it next to this area here. And then we can fence around this if need be. Go ahead and get the stable in ready, and then we'll just keep an eye on the merchants as they're coming. Come on. Again, nothing for us then. They've got good money, but nothing we want to sell. Have we got any sand? No. All right, that means we can go to 8 in the sawmill now. I'm just going to see how quick they can keep our planks going, because we are going to need to set our sights on this. So we've almost got the housing. Population will come pretty quickly if we push for it. So we just need to kind of save to get into there. Tier 4 just makes everything a lot easier. Tier 3 is enough to kind of do everything you need. But yeah, we'll get this horses stable in. I might start buying those in to get a small cavalry unit ready at some point. But we want to start using this money in a way that's going to get all of our current houses to tier 3. We are completely out of labourers and stuff at the moment, though. Just waiting on a bit of a baby boom for them to kind of grow up, I think. What I'll do, though, in the meantime is just get all of the wells kind of upgraded. Cheap upgrade. Not sure whether it's worth us upgrading the firewoods, but it's a cheap upgrade, so let's go ahead and do that as well. But guys, as always, really appreciate you being here. That is going to be where I end this one out. So much going on. We have some pretty big upgrades happened, as you can see in the little distance there. But I really appreciate you being here, guys. A little thumbs up on the video really does help. Comment, a little hello, and subscribe if you aren't already. I hope you're enjoying it. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.